In this video, we'll be modeling the gable top, which is part K on the parts list, parts sheet here. It's going to look like this when it's done. So I'll start by making a new part. And we're going to start by creating a square and extruding the height of it to 2 1/8 of an inch. So starting a 2D sketch on the XZ plane. I want to use the y-axis as the center of the whole piece. So I'm going to create a two-point center rectangle and use the center as my center. And then it'll be 1.5 square, and then extruded 2 1/8 inches. Next, I need to make the cutouts for the bulwarks along the top. And there are 3 spaces and 4 4 parts that stick up. So I'm going to start by making a sketch on this side here. It really doesn't matter which side you do it. And I'm going to draw rectangles. I'm going to switch back to a 2-point rectangle. I'm going to draw rectangles that represent what I want to cut away. I'm just going to draw 3 of them right now, and then I'll put dimensions in. I want the remaining space to be 1/4 inch between each one. So I'll go ahead and set that dimension. And the height of each one is also 1/4 of an inch. I want them all the same, and looks like they're already constrained as equals, but I'm just going to double check. And they are. And then I just want to split up the remaining distance of these, what's in between them, so I'm just going to make these equal to each other. That's going to be fully constrained then, so I can finish that sketch. And I will do an extrusion all the way through of a cut. So I select those 3 shapes, switch it to a cut, and go all the way through. Now I'll come back in a little bit when I'm ready to finish up. After I do the windows too, so we can do the windows all at once. So I'll go back and make another sketch down here. And I want to draw the windows. So there's 2 windows. They are spaced evenly at 3/8 inch apart and 3/8 inch from the sides, and they are 3/16 inch tall, or 3/16 inch wide, excuse me. And they are, looks like anywhere between 5/8 and 11/16 in the straight part. I'm going to start by drawing the 3 sides. I'll make it 5/8 for now, but I may change that. The distance from the bottom to the top, the bottom of the piece to the bottom of the window is 3/8. I'm going to make these 2 sides equal to each other. And then the distance from the side is 3/8. And then the width of the window is 3/16. Now using the arc tool, I'm going to create 2 arcs for the top here, and I want that tangent to show up right there. I want that for both sides. Tangent. I'll make those 2 arcs equal to each other. And then I'll set the distance to the top of the shape, and that is, measuring it here, 3/4, looks like it's 13/16. That looks good. I want 2 of them here, and I can use a mirror by doing first a reflection line. So I'm going to create a line that goes down the middle of it here, and I made it a construction line because it's not geometry I'm going to make a feature with. But now I can use the mirror tool. I can select this shape and then select my mirror line and press apply. Now it creates a mirror copy. So now I can finish this sketch and I can extrude those 2 shapes. I'll just make a cut and make it 0.05 for the cut. Now I need to duplicate this on all sides. So I'm going to use the circular pattern tool to do that. Even though there's not a circular feature, I can choose the middle axis, the y-axis, as my rotation axis. So I'm going to choose these features and these features. And then the rotation axis and the origin, I'm going to choose the y-axis. I want there to be 4 copies all the way around. So I press OK. You can see now that I have my 4 copies. But to finish, the top should not have the middle squares here. So I'll finish by doing a sketch up top and simply projecting the geometry of these squares. So I just click on Project Geometry in those 4 squares. And now I can use that as a sketch to extrude those squares. They're going to be a cut of 0.25, which was the height that these were before. And that will remove it down to that. So that is the end of that piece.